How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you. A very happy ND Sean 45. I'm coming to you guys from my friend's house up here in Chicago. I came up here for the game this weekend, and he was nice enough to put me up for the weekend and give me a place to stay. To him, I'm forever grateful for that and very appreciative. He's become a real good buddy of mine. And that's a great thing about YouTube. You know, despite all the crap that you have to deal with, you do meet some good people as well. And in case this place looks familiar to you guys, that's because I did the Michigan preview video here. Just in case you guys were wondering. Like, hey, doesn't that place look familiar that ND Sean 45 was at? So there you go. But anyway, Notre Dame 31, Northwestern 21, Irish 9-0, great game, but too close for comfort. I mean, the game's been over for an hour now. My heart is still racing like a million beats per minute. Oh, way too close for comfort. Too many scares in this one. But at the same time, I'm not surprised because I told you guys in the preview that I expected this game to be a hard-fought game. Close to my projected score of 30-17. And, you know, Northwestern, maybe not necessarily an elite team, but they are a gritty team that will fight you to the end, tooth and nail. And they did that tonight. And that's not a surprise. I mean, when you're one of the top 4 teams in the country fighting for a playoff spot, everybody's going to be coming at you hard. And that was the case tonight. Northwestern brought everything they had at us, and thankfully we prevailed in the end. You know, the start to the game, when Book fumbled the ball and turned it over, you know, I got that feeling like, oh boy, we could be in trouble. This could be a long game. But thankfully, defense came through, forced a missed field goal. We were able to start over again. Got things going, but overall, that whole first half, we just had a lot of trouble. I mean, Northwestern they were giving us fits on defense, throwing some schemes at us that we weren't picking up right away. But in that second half, the Irish did a great job making the adjustments at halftime. And Ian Book, despite the one mistake, that one turnover, he's the MVP of this game. I mean, what he did in that second half and how he improved. I mean, week in and week out, this kid gets better and better. Starts to learn from his mistakes, and just, it's unbelievable. But 340-plus yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 50 yards rushing, including the rushing touchdown at the end of the game that sealed the deal for us. He is hands down the MVP of this game. Definitely an honorable mention that I have to give out. Tight end Cole Kmet stepped in for the injured Alize Mack, and he came up with some big catches when we really needed it. So he deserves just as much credit as well. Our defense, yeah, they made some mistakes, gave up some points, but they held strong when they needed to, and really continued to do their thing. But yeah, I give props to Northwestern. They fought us hard. They made us earn this victory, and you know, we just got to move forward from here on out. The only thing I was disappointed about in tonight's game was this was another one of those games where we couldn't really get a rushing game going. You know, Dexter Williams, Tony Jones, Jafar Armstrong, they seem to have a problem with that, but that goes to Northwestern being ready for it. So, if that's the only negative, then so be it. But we had enough other firepower to make up for it. So, hard-fought victory for the Irish. Nothing really more to be said about this game. A very deserving victory, and just 3 more to go. Take it one more step at a time, take it one step at a time with these last 3 games, and we should reach our goal. But one thing I also have to mention, guys, and some of you probably saw this on the comment section in the preview, but I had a Northwestern fan come to my video and give me some crap and throw some personal insults at me. And yes, I'm talking about you, the one who goes by the name Anthony Ryan. Whether that's your real name or not, doesn't matter. But you guys can go and look at the back and forth I had with this guy. Said he wasted 5 minutes and 50 seconds of watching my preview video and all that, and that I was uninformed and had no clue what I was talking about. Well, let me show all of you guys something, and you can read this in the comments too, but in my hand right here, I have a copy of the sports section of a recent edition of the Chicago Tribune. And in the sports section here, there's a little story called 3 Things That Notre Dame Needs to Do to Beat Northwestern. Number 1, slow Clayton Thorson. Number 2, the next players have to be ready in regards to Drew Tranquill's injury if he couldn't go. And number 3, continue to find room to run the ball. Well, guess what, Anthony Ryan? I already told you this, but I'm going to tell you on camera. I mentioned all 3 of those things in the preview video. I said we had to get to Clayton Thorson and stop him. I said guys had to be ready on defense in case Drew Tranquill couldn't go, depending on his status at the time. And number 3, I never mentioned this specifically, but I did say all we had to do is play a complete game and keep doing what we were doing, which includes running the ball. So yeah, I said all 3 of those things the Chicago Tribune said that I said as well. So, who's uninformed again? Who doesn't have a clue? Yeah, take that and shove it up your ass. But you know what? Honestly, guys, this Anthony Ryan guy, I think the only reason he got sand in his vagina in the first place is because of the comments that I made about the 2014 game against Northwestern. And he's just being a little pussy about it and a whiny little bitch who likes to start shit on YouTube. So, Anthony, go cry me a damn river. And also, just so you guys all know, it's not my intention to cuss people out or anything like that. I try to actually avoid F-bombs. But, you know, regardless of who you are, even a Christian man like myself, you can only be pushed so far. And 9 years of putting up with crap like from people like this Anthony Ryan who just show up and start running their mouths, yeah, I get a little aggressive. But what can you do, right? I mean, hey, I'm only human, and I may be Christian, but at the same time, I don't take shit from people. So, but regardless, I get the last laugh on this one, Mr. Ryan. So, bye-bye. So, that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you guys early next week for the preview for Florida State. And until then, God bless, and go Irish, baby!